Hello and welcome to Daily Devotions with David, the channel where we gather every day to explore the enriching words of the Bible. Whether you're just beginning your faith journey or walked this path for many years, you are welcome here. Together we'll explore the scriptures, share thoughts, in our pursuit of a deeper, more meaningful relationship with God. The title for today's devotional is A God Who Fights for You. The scripture for today's devotional is found in the book of Psalm, chapter 35, verses 1 and 2. Contend, Lord, with those who contend with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Take up shield and armor, arise and come to my aid. Diving deeper into today's devotional. David was in a tough place when he wrote Psalm 35. He had many enemies, vicious, cruel enemies who tried to kill him. See verse 4. Set traps for him in verse 7 and slandered him. Worse yet, these were men David had believed were his friends. David knew he had nowhere else to turn, so he asked God to fight on his behalf, to contend with those who contend with me, and fight against those who fight against me. He begged God to be a warrior who brandished his weapons and battled his enemies for him. Perhaps you can relate to what David was going through when he wrote this psalm. Maybe you have felt betrayed or even persecuted for your faith. When that happens, resist the temptation to handle things yourself. Instead, ask the Lord to set things right and even change some hearts. My thoughts on today's devotional. David was in a really tough spot when he wrote Psalm 35. He was surrounded by people who were against him, people setting traps for him, talking behind his back, and the hardest part, some of those people were ones he thought he could trust. Now, maybe you've never had someone try to take your life like David did, but I think we can all relate in our own way. For me, it's wanting to move back to Arizona. That's where my heart is. But honestly, not everybody understands that. Some people, even family, just don't get it and have even done things or made threats to try to discourage or flat out stop me. And when the people you love the most push back, it stings. But here's what I love about David. He didn't waste energy trying to fight those battles on his own. He prayed. He said, Lord, contend with those who contend with me. Fight against those who fight against me. David asked God to fight on his behalf. This doesn't mean harm to anyone, but asking God to remove obstacles and open doors for your move, while keeping your heart free from bitterness. In other words, God is bigger than me, and I need Him to step in. And maybe that's the same thing I need to do, and maybe you do too. Instead of arguing, instead of getting bitter, just trust God to work it out. Ask Him to open the right doors, to soften the right hearts, and to make a way forward. Because at the end of the day, He is bigger than the opposition, and His plan is so much better than anything we can force on our own. The prayer for today's devotional. Dear Lord, thank you that you are a God who fights on my behalf, who defeats even my worst enemies for me. May I always trust in you during difficult times when I am oppressed, accused, persecuted, and slandered. May my enemies be put to shame. As we close today's devotional, let's find hope, inspiration, and purpose in the words of the Bible. May you carry this message with you throughout your day and share the hope and light you've received with others. Remember that each day is an opportunity to grow spiritually and draw closer to God through His Word. So let's continue this journey together, seeking wisdom, strength, and peace in the Word. Until then, may God's grace and peace be with you always. I invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share these videos with those who may also benefit from these daily devotions. Feel free to share your thoughts on today's devotional in the comments below. And I hope to see you tomorrow for another daily devotional.